Good Boy really made me want to come straight home to Rosie.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Fear Review. I'm William.
And I'm Amy.
And today we are going to talk about Good Boy. I'll give you a quick synopsis, we'll give you a spoiler-free review, and then we'll dig into a spoiler section and then let you know what we're going to do next week. So I'll kick us off with a synopsis. So Good Boy basically stars a family dog. I mean, the whole movie is from the perspective of the dog. And it's him kind of in a haunted house scenario with his owner, who things are going on with the owner, but it gives it a little bit of mystery. But it's basically this family dog just kind of dealing with a haunted house is basically the whole movie.
That dog needs an Oscar.
So let's kick it over to you. What do you?
His name is Indy, and he's adorable. I love his little lips. It's like he's got little lipstick on or something.
Yeah, he's a very cute dog.
Very cute dog. Very agile dog. And just emotes so much.
Yeah.
Like, I just fell in love with him.
I think I said coming out of it, I was like, if he doesn't get nominated for an Oscar.
Right.
Or I was like, is it a Lassie? Does he get nominated for a Lassie?
Well, and he's not even he's the director's dog. He's not even an actor dog.
Yeah. Not like a specifically trained dog. Like, he is a family dog.
Yeah.
Like, their literal family dog.
That would be like us trying to film something at home with Rosie.
Yeah.
She's, not trained. I love her, but I don't think she could pull off what Indy pulled off.
No. Well, and that goes to not only Indy, like how good of a dog he is, but then also how good the director is, and like getting him to like do that, and it was a whole family affair.
I was about to say, husband and wife.
Yeah.
And obviously did a really good job training their dog just to be a well-behaved dog, period, and to listen to commands as far as sit and things like that.
Yeah, but it was really good. Like and I think what was smart about it, and we've talked about this before with other movies, is like Animals and Kids, they have that built-in sympathy.
Right.
Like, you don't have to build the story about Indy at all. Like, you immediately see him and you want him to be okay and you feel for him.
Yes.
And which is a smart move. It's a little, it's cheating a little bit, but a brilliant move, especially the way they made the movie, where it is completely from his perspective.
All of it. From his point of view, from his sight line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few,
there's one or two short scenes where he's not in it, but that's it. Everything else is you see from his perspective, which is just really cool.
It's very intense the whole time.
Yeah.
Of course, the whole movie, I'm just like, please don't let this dog die. Please don't let this dog die. Which we'll get into that when we get to the spoilers, but
yeah, it's just there's not I don't want to say that there's not a lot of story, because that's not the way to put it. It's a very light story, I guess you would say, but I think it kind of has to be that way. The way that the movie is made, but it's just Indy just makes the movie.
I'll say, if you're not a dog person, then you probably are not going to love this movie.
Probably won't love it as much. I think most people probably still will.
I think it's still scary. I jumped multiple times and screamed a couple. But if you're not an animal lover, you might be like, still with the dog, because there's not a lot of dialogue. It's, other than barking.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't really, and even the people that are in it, you don't see their faces.
No, but
until
I really
the very,
liked
very
that.
end. But yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was a different take on how to film it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved the movie.
It's a really great concept. Like, it was a really good idea to do it.
And it's only an hour and 13 minutes long. So you're not there for too long, and
but it
doesn't feel long.
But it didn't feel short to me.
No,
it felt like a
just
fully fleshed out movie.
Right.
And
you have to go watch it in the theater. I mean, I hope it's still going to be the same whenever it comes home. But I would say it's full price, because at the end of the movie, after the credits, you meet the director and Indy and his wife, and they show you how they spent 3 years filming this movie.
Yeah.
And you see a behind the scenes, and even if the movie wasn't like, oh my god, I love that movie, that clinched it. Watching that little end part.
No, I was going to say that, and I'm with you. I say it's a matinee. No, I'm sorry, not matinee. A full price. I say it's a full price. But you have to stay through the credits because they, like you said, they give kind of like a behind the scenes and how they made it, and it's just super cool.
It's amazing how they did it.
Yeah, and this dog that isn't a trained dog, isn't a movie dog. It's just their dog that they're like, it won't ruin anything on what they do and stuff like that, but just showing you how they got him to do the things. And it's so cool because we talked about this too. Is it's not like even you're just training a dog. Okay, look this way, and then you cut away, and then you have them looking this way and stuff like that. Like he looks around and looks here and then there, and then kind of turns around and turns back around, and it feels exactly like you're in his head. You know what he's thinking, and all they do an amazing job with it.
Yeah, I want a stuffed Indy dog.
Yeah.
I think they need to sell stuffed Indies. And Rosie needs one for Christmas.
Yeah. So both of us full price then.
Yep, full price.
Yeah. I'd definitely go see it in the movies. Definitely.
Yeah.
Or if for some reason you can't go see it, it's a Shudder. Shudder has it. So if you have Shudder, it'll be out at some point. But
it's just
we say see it in the movie.
Yeah, I say see it in the movie.
Yeah. Especially haunted house, like the noises they make and stuff like that. That's just usually just better in a theater.
It's just creepy. Like I said, I jumped multiple times.
It got me twice. And I'm not big on jumps. Jump scares normally don't get me, but it got me twice.
They were good ones.
Yeah.
They earned them.
They earned them, exactly. Yeah. So we're about to get into it. We're getting into spoilers. So if you don't want to know anything about the movie going in, stop here, skip to the what we're going to do next. So.
Okay. Indy doesn't die.
Which I told you, like, when the first thing when I showed you the trailer for it, you're like, no, I don't want anything to happen to that dog. I can't watch that.
I did not want to watch it.
I'm like, he's the star of the movie. He's the dog. They are not going to kill this dog.
Well, I was still nervous the whole movie.
Yeah.
I was on edge the whole movie thinking, because another dog had died in the movie. Not that we saw, well, kind of, but it wasn't a dog we, learned about, or it was in the past. It had already happened. It was telling a past story. And then I was like, oh no, the same thing's going to happen to Indy. But it didn't. And you kept telling me, it's his dog. He's not going to kill off his own dog in the story. Yeah, so he survives.
There's still tension though, because even though I knew they weren't going to
you didn't
kill him
know.
off. I was like 99.9% they weren't gonna kill Indy. But you also don't want to see anything happen to the dog.
No.
So even if you don't want to see him scared, you don't want to see him hurt. But you still don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that still creates the tension. Even if you're like, I know he doesn't die, you still don't want something to happen to him or see something happen to him. So
which the whole time you're seeing him, and that's why I was like, I gotta get home to Rosie. She's home alone.
Yeah, so we had done a double header because if you've watched any of our shorts, we had some trouble seeing this movie in Coyotes.
We really had to work for it. We spent almost 4 hours total between the two trips on the road trying to get to watch this movie.
Yeah, and so it was a bit of a struggle. But so it worked out so we can watch one and then watch the other one right after. And of course we watched Good Boy first. And I knew we had 45 minutes, I think, before the next movie. And I knew it. I was like, man, she's going to want to go home. She's going to be like, I want to see Rosie. I need to see Rosie. And that's exactly what you did. And I had to kind of talk you off the ledge a little bit.
Yeah, well, because I was like, well, why can't we drive back tomorrow and watch Coyotes? And let's just go ahead and go home. But then when I looked, Coyotes is only playing late at 10:15 at night, and that's too late on a work night.
On a school night.
I was gonna say on a school night. That's too late. We wouldn't get home. We didn't get home till 12:30. So
yeah, you become a bit of a homebody.
I don't like being out that late.
Only hooligans are out that late.
It's true.
But Yeah, yeah. But we did end up saying we talked you off the ledge and all that. But
Right.
yeah, if you're an animal lover and you have a dog, know that you're probably gonna have that feeling. You're
Right.
gonna want to like rush home and hug your dog. And
Yeah, go eat before the movie. Do your errands before the movie because as soon as the movie's over, you're gonna want to go home and let your dog sleep with you that night.
a little bit of the story, and there's a little bit of a, I don't want to say mystery. Like some of the time, so basically they kind of go to this old family house that the owner had inherited from his grandfather, and he's sick. They don't really say what it is, but you kind of get a general idea of, it's not good.
Yeah, it's terminal.
Yeah, and so they say a couple of things like, "Oh, is Indy seeing things? Is he looking at things that aren't there?" Because dogs sense when people are sick and stuff like that. So they play with that a little bit to where it makes you think, okay, is this actually a haunted house, or is it this is him seeing the sickness, or something like that, which I thought was kind of cool. I mean, it does tell you one way or the other, through the movie, but I thought that was kind of a cool part of it. And they do have some the scene that got me was, and I thought was really, really cool, was you actually see Indy having nightmares.
Yeah.
Which was weird. Like, didn't expect that.
No.
But
because I immediately was like, "Oh God, do you think all those times Rosie's dreaming? Do you think she has nightmares?"
That's, I was like, no, she's like running and like I think she's chasing rabbits or something.
I hope so.
But the two parts that got me were the two nightmares that the dog was having. They're kind of like jump scares where like something runs up out of the basement, the creepy basement.
Oh,
and,
those quick little
movements. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like that. Like
yes,
that, kinda.
That I think the first movie that I remember doing it was Haunted of Hill House.
House on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
Where it had that shaken.
Yeah, like the quick, yeah.
And now, but a lot of movies do it now. But that was creepy. I thought it was super creepy when he was giving Indy a bath, and then he coughed up blood all over Indy's little face.
Yeah. And it actually happens, and you see him, and you just feel so bad for him because then he gets blood on him, and he's like,
what?
What's going on? Like, it's.
It was.
And you see, because you mentioned that there was another dog that died, and you see him following that ghost dog around.
Yes.
Which was another kind of cool concept. I didn't even think about.
I wouldn't have thought of.
But yeah, it's just. I say this word a lot, and I need to stop saying it. It's just really effective. Like, it was really well done. And when you see how they made it and the family, and it was a family, like, you just love the movie even more.
That's what I'm saying. Because
like
you see Indy in a dark room, seeing shadows in the corner, and he looks so terrified. And you're like, oh my gosh, this poor dog. I mean, he really put him through it. But then when they do behind the scenes, he was, the director was like, you are feeling emotions because of what we're showing you. So you assume that Indy looks scared because we're showing you a dark shadow in the corner. He's like, but let me show you what we actually were showing. And it's like the room is super lit up like ours is right now. And they've got like a squeaky toy over there. And they're like, hey, Indy, look over here. Look over here. And it's a super fun environment. So then when you see it, you see that Indy's just like, like staring over there because he's excited.
He's just kind of chilling and like, wait,
yeah.
what are you saying? What are you
doing?
They
said that he's just a very serious dog.
Yeah,
so he has like a serious look to him. Whereas Rosie kind of always has she always looks irritated at me. So I don't know what kind of movie we could make with her.
Yeah, I don't know.
With her, I feel like she rolls her eyes all the time.
Yeah.
At me.
Well, she's about to be
14.
14, so.
Yeah.
She's a little bit.
Indy seemed a little bit more spry.
Yeah, she's in her Golden Girls era, I think.
That's true. She a little bitchy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the other the stuff that got us. Like when the hand grabs, Indy, or when you see the other dog, like Indy's going and following that dog, and then he finds the dog's little collar.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to get it, but when he goes and puts it in his mouth, it's like he's seeing what happened to the dog, and then it's all bloody and stuff, and that got me. and there's scenes with like lightning and there's nothing there, and then all of a sudden the lightning hits and there's a big old dark shadow standing there. That got me.
That one got you.
That one, I did the whole jump in my arms and.
I think because you looked at me and you said, "Was that loud?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, did you?"
Well,
scream?
because people started giggling in the row in front of us, and so I thought, "Oh no, was I loud?" And they're laughing at me. But I think maybe they got scared too, and they were giggling at themselves.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. 'Cause I didn't hear you like scream. So
it's a lot of little dark, and then it's just noises. And houses are scary anyway. When you hear a noise, and you're like, "What's that noise?" But it's a dog, so a noise happens, and you can tell. Or to me, in the dog's mind, he's like, "What's that noise? Did you hear that noise? I heard a noise." Like
that's what I'm saying, and you put it way better than I did at the beginning. Is like you can tell like what he's or like what they're trying to convey. He's thinking. He's like, "Did you hear that?" Because he like looks back and it's like, "Did you hear that?" Because I heard something.
Right.
Like you know what I mean.
And say when he sees stuff, it's like, "Are you seeing what I'm seeing?" Because look over there.
Yeah.
Or when he's like, "What is it? What do you see?" And he just keeps like growling and looking. It's like, "Oh, duh, how do you not see what I'm seeing?" But it was a lot of that, like shadows and jumps. And it's, like you said last night, it's not a slow movie, but it's kind of a slower paced, little movie.
Especially kind of like leading up to the third act, like is a little. It's definitely got stuff like tension. And
throughout
little things, but it's a little slower getting into, and slow isn't the right word.
No, it's not the right word.
It's a really happy kind of like
that end.
Part.
The movie's not happy, except for Indy survives. So sorry, human, he did.
Uh-oh.
I know that's awful. We watch these movies and people are dying all in these horror movies, and I'm like, oh yeah, they should have killed that person off too. They were annoying, but don't ever kill the animals.
No. No matter how bad the animal is, I think you always still feel a little bit bad.
Or the kids, unless they're like Gage from Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that kid.
But so I would say full price. Go full price, and I'm probably we'll have it on Shudder. I want that behind the scenes. I want to own that.
Yeah. So we'll see. Same. Full
I
price
wish that they would, just in case, hi director, if you're listening, if you have a longer version of the behind the scenes, how you made the movie with Indy, I would love to buy that.
Yeah. Maybe they'll have that if you buy it, like a longer version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I needed more of that. And I wasn't the only one crying when I left the theater. I went to the ladies' room and two other women were in there giggling, saying,
I heard that.
I was crying. And they saw a friend at the theater that they knew. And she was like, what did y'all watch? Why are you crying? And they were like, Good Boy. And she's like, what's that? And they're like, it's a horror movie from a dog's perspective. And the ladies were like, you're crying? And they were like, yes. Oh my gosh, I love the dog. But so was I. I was choked up. Like happy tears, but so
Okay, so both full price. Okay, so what are we doing next? We talked about the schedule, and I think you had it all set.
I do. Yeah, so Traumatika is going to be available on Tuesday. I don't know where yet. We just know it's going to be available on Tuesday. So either to rent or to stream. But we can discuss that when we do the review as far as where you can get it to watch it.
Yeah. So that'll be good. That one looks like it's going to be good too. That's kind of another kind of indie haunted house possession one.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Ooh, I'm going through it this week with these haunted houses.
It's Halloween season, so
that's true.
Yeah.
Tune in next week, and we will review Traumatika. Thanks for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, hit like and subscribe, and tune in next time to the Fear Review, where the fear is family.